in the middle of February 2020, I was invited to speak at the social summit organized by the Youth Vibe Fest. This is an inter-university fest organized at the lovely Professional University in Punjab, India. The fest attracts over 100,000 students from across the country. The LPU campus, to give you an idea, is 490 acres and is resident to 43,000 students and faculty. The university offers undergraduates, postgraduate and research degrees in a range of subjects that span across arts, science and management. I was invited to a panel discussion. In this panel, there were people drawn from across the social spectrum. I was the natural resources person. The other individuals were specialists in gender justice, social entrepreneurship, stem cell therapy, and animal welfare. The format was panel based, where a moderator was asking questions and we were responding. I spoke on conservation and biodiversity management. I stressed the importance of conserving global biodiversity, if not for anything else but for our own self-interest. Global biodiversity is a source of over 500,000, 500,000 plants of medicinal importance. Of these, 330,000 plants alone are known to possess anti-cancer properties. Now, if we compare this floral resource on which now knowledge is becoming available and compare it with the existing knowledge base captured by all the ancient medicine science systems existing, which include Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, Unani, Siddha and Western folk medicine cumulatively, all these systems only talk of under 2,000 plants. There is clearly a whole plant universe available for us to explore and develop for food, health and our survival. Most medicine which we use today in modern medicine is of plant origin. Another question which was raised was, what is the role of biodiversity and what is its relationship to mitigate natural environment disasters? There are two examples which come to my mind. In 2004, a great tsunami struck the world. Over 200,000 people were killed and billions of dollars of property and wealth was destroyed. Surprisingly, I observed that the Indian coastline where casuarina trees had been planted, protection was provided. The energy of the tsunami wall of water was broken by the band of trees along the coastline, and people were saved from inevitable death and destruction. Another example which came to my mind was that last year in the Indian state of Kerala, which is the southernmost state of the Indian peninsular region, was struck by massive floods which caused huge destruction of property and life. The answer, why was it an environmental disaster? The answer was very clear to me when I visited that region last year. As I drove down from the Bandipur forest areas into Wayanad district of Kerala, I observed that while on the Karnataka side, you could barely see beyond the road because the bushes and the ground flora was quite dense. As soon as we entered Kerala, you could see a mile into the forest. The entire ground flora and the bushes and the trees had been destroyed. This massive destruction of ground flora led to a situation that when rain fell in the monsoon season, there was no protection. The water just gushed down the forest floor into the streams, and the banks just got burst and unprecedented floods occurred. What is the moral of this story? That if we don't take care of our forests, our trees and biodiversity, we will suffer the consequences. Already, you see rising global temperatures, excess rains and drought, the ice on the polar region melting, the sea levels are rising, all because we just don't take enough care for our biodiversity. I've seen this not just in Asia but also in Europe, where miscellaneous forests have been converted into single species forest, all in the name of using the forest for economic purposes. We need to conserve our forests. We need to manage them holistically if we have to survive as a species.